Boom. This is Kendra, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so we've got the new banners up here today. Now, a lot has been made about these new SSR Select tickets that you're getting. It's these tickets right here. As you notice, they're slightly different than the other tickets. The standard Tim Pool tickets are sort of, blue with yellow. This is sort of like a red and an orange. So these are a little bit different. Now you get one of these. They gave you 10 of these when you actually completed. When they started out the event, which was that they gave everybody a free 10 pool, and you can get these throughout other things. I think you can get them actually when if you complete all of your dailies. I think you can get them that way. So there you can't come by them. A lot of the times in some of the games, I found out that if they have two types of tickets. Which is like what they consider SSR pool ticket, and in the regular tickets, there's difficult, not able to get those particular type of tickets very easy. It's much easier in this game, so you should be able to, go for them and try to get your hands on them. Let's see if we can go into the questing here. So I think you can, yeah, right here it is, right here. So if you complete your daily, you'll get one of the tickets. Okay, so the current banner that's up right now, nope, it's not in the weekly. Yep, it's only in the daily. So each time you do a daily, you complete all, then you'll be able to get one of the SSR Selector tickets right here. Okay, so make sure you complete your dailies. I've been completing my dailies every day so far, which is why I have gotten the 10 that was given, as well as been completed my dailies for the last 5 days. So I've got another 5 now. This banner is going to close in 5 days. Now, this is for Maki. Maki's an excellent character, but in 5 days, she's going to drop. And the next one up, I believe, is Kasumi. I've heard some people say it's going to be Anna, and some people I've heard it's going to be Kasumi. I'm not exactly sure which, but I want to pull on Kasumi. And let me tell you why I'm not going to pull on Maki. Maki's extremely good, but Maki's the only one that has an ascended version. But that's like a lot of dupes, so that's for people who are willing to spend a buttload of money to get. But she's not, in terms of what I'm looking for, she's not exactly the character that I need right now. If you look at my team, you'll see that I am seriously lacking in damage dealers, okay? I am seriously lacking. Believe it or not, Saya is my physical damage, direct damage deal. She's the best one that I got. Now, granted, Nicola and even Kara and Phoebe especially can take care of a whole board. But what I'm looking for is I'm looking for direct damage dealers, and I basically I consider Kasumi to be Nina on steroids. But here's why. Let me see Nina's. Let's go down here and take a look at. Let's go ahead and take a look at Kasumi. Maki, Hotora, Selena, Kasumi right here. Right here's Kasumi. So she, as you can see, she's an attacker. Okay, so Kasumi dismembers the target with her demonic blades, attacks a single enemy and deals attack. Omen, you shall live no more. Kasumi attacks a single enemy and deals attack. Okay, and then my blood for Kasumi attacks an enemy column. This is the thing here. So she does an entire column of characters. What column damage is important because you need to get to the leader. That's the whole game. Okay, don't focus on anybody else when you're fighting. Okay, go for the enemy leader, because once the leader dies, the game's over. Even if they have every other slot filled with a full character, full health. Once they're here, once the enemy dies, the game's over. Okay, so you need to attack the enemy, but the AI, unlike the AI for us, the AI on the game is extremely good, and they will place their invincible characters or their when they got a Shanti's or Kasumi, they will put those characters out there in front of their leader, which is what you would wish the AI on our side does, which is why you have to manual a lot of levels, because it doesn't. It'll stick Karaya somewhere out on the side or something when she should be guarding the leader because of her HP shield. But anyway, their AI works very well. So you will always see that if that level has that character available, they'll always put out an HP shield or an invincible on the center row to protect the leader. So you need somebody to get them down, and this is the way to do it, because she does such high damage on the because let me tell you why. So she does a column, but here's where it is. This is what makes it the combat passive. When Kasumi appears, her crit damage increases by 55%, and she steals all enemy invincible and shield effects. So she gets rid of them. So she cancels them out. So that invincibility or that shield that they got up, it's gone. She immediately removes it. Okay, that's the key. So you're going to put her out there. She's going to remove that. Then she's going to hit the whole column. So you're going to get to the leader much faster and have a chance to bring the leader down much faster. So, and plus she's attacker, which is what I need. I've got everything else, but I've only got a couple 2-stars, and Nina is the only one I've got in terms of direct damage attacker. So Kasumi is exactly what I need, based on my play style and what I have currently in my set, because I only have a bunch of 2-star attackers. I've got me, and I've got Gigi. Okay, that's SR. Okay, and then I've got, that's it, Saya. That's it. That's all I've got. I got no powerful attackers, which is making progression. I'm still progressing through. Don't get me wrong. I'm still, I think I'm up to chapter 7 right now. But it's just, some of the levels are a little bit more difficult than I would like them to be, and I'm having to manual pretty much. I'm having to manual quite a few. I've been able to get 3 stars on them. It's not a big deal, but the AI is really wonky. My assumption is that unless you're 10 levels or so above the enemy, your AI might not get 3 stars, which is what it should. But I'm working through it. It's not that difficult. I'm enjoying the game immensely. I'm having a lot of fun playing it. I love the strategy. It's what Arknights should have been. Arknights was ridiculously out of touch with reality in terms of a game being fun. It was way too difficult towards the upper levels. Their daily events and stuff were much more difficult as well too. This is much more, this is a strategy game where you have to think, but you don't have to, you don't have to be a genius to try to, and you don't have to sit and run a level 50 times to try to figure out the one thing that works. And I know Arknight had a couple levels like that. I can use, the most I've ever spent on a level is about 5 minutes. I've never had to go more than 3 tries to actually beat the level. So it might get more difficult as you get higher in the game. But if it gets too tough, I'll just throw in Ashura and lose the 3-star 120, but she'll take it down anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, so I'm doing good. These excellent characters that you want to go for. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wait for Kasumi. By the time Kasumi pops up, the Kasumi banner will be exactly like the Maki banner, except it'll be Kasumi, so you'll have the same type of setup here. So your first 2 summons for 10, you're guaranteed an SSR partner. So you're probably going to get her. Everybody I've been seeing that's been pulling on Maki has been getting Maki within 2 tries. Okay? So it seems to be, it's an SSR. This is an SSR Select, and because of it's a sector. So if you're guaranteed to get her at 7 pulls, okay? I'm not going to have 70 when I go for Kasumi, but I'm hoping I'll get her. I might have, So, but if you got 70 of these, then you're guaranteed to get her. But I'm not exactly sure you're going to need it. Now, for those of you when it does pull, and if you don't get her after the 2nd try, there is a pack which is not too expensive in the shop if you're willing to spend a little bit of money. Where's it? As it right here. Now this, I assume this will change for Kasumi's growth when it comes up, because this is only going to be up for Maki for 5 days. When Maki disappears, I assume this will all change over to Kasumi's stuff. Okay, and what you've got here is this is one of the SSR Selects for 400. That's pretty expensive for 400 just for one. Maybe I'd go for that for maybe 4 or 5. At least 3 would make me think about it, but 1, no. But then you've got this. This is 5 of them for $4.99, and then 10 for $14.99. Now, as you know, I don't normally suggest purchasing this early in a game. I prefer to wait several weeks before I actually start looking into purchasing stuff. So I'm not going to purchase from this unless I positively, absolutely need to. But I'm going to go. I'll have enough for 2 pools. I'll do those 2 pools, and hopefully I'll get her, and I'll be set. But we'll have to see. But yeah, so this is definitely something to look at if you wanted to be a light spender. Okay, I might go ahead and snatch up one of these if I feel the need. But at this point in time, it's not something I'm looking to do. But it is there for those who want it, and I do like the fact that you are able to get these tickets. A lot of games when they have them, they're just very limited. So it's nice that I actually don't like the fact that they have 2 types of tickets. I prefer that you can use that you use either another mechanic to get them or something along that lines. But since they do have 2 types of tickets, I'm glad that they're giving them out for a fairly cheap price here, where you can get some. And it does look like 2 pools where you really got a good chance to get it. Okay, because your first 2 summons, so that's 2. So you've got an SSR 3%, 2 summons. So do 10. Don't do 1 on this, please. Never, don't. Okay, if you do 1, you completely negate this. Okay, this means nothing. Okay, if you pull a 1 ticket, you got to use these. You got to do for 10 times. So you got to pull this. Okay. So make sure you're pulling it 10 times. Everybody should have 10, simply because of the fact that they gave you 10 when these banners came out a few days ago. But they gave everybody a 10 SSR pool for that. So definitely don't do 1. Never do 1. If you don't have enough tickets to do a 10 pool, don't do a 10 pool. Wait until you got enough to do a 10 pool. Okay? So I should have a 20 by the time this starts up, because in 5 days, doing your dailies, you get 1. So make sure you do your dailies each day. Okay, complete your dailies, you get 1 in SSR Select. That is quite possibly the best reward I've ever seen for a daily, completing your dailies. Most of the time, like in Destiny Child, you get 1. You get one of their, just one of the. I can't remember what they're called, but you just get 1 of them. Okay, that's not very good. Other games you'll get and at Mobile Legends Adventures, you'll get. I think they actually give you a 5. They give you a 5-star shards. They give you 5 of them. It takes 50 to actually get a pool, but they give you 5, so that's not too bad. But it doesn't compare to this, where they're actually giving you 1 of the SSR tickets. So in 10 days you'd have a full pool. That's almost like 10 days you'd have a guaranteed shot at one of the banner characters for this. So, and these are going to be good banners. They're always going to be high-level banners, from what I'm hearing. I mean, it's got Maki. Then they're either doing Kasumi or Ana next. I've heard Kasumi. Some people have said Ana, so I'm not really sure. Both of them are actually ones that I want. Ana's the best healer in the game. But right now, I got healers. Polly does excellent for me, and I've also got what's the other? What's her name? Is it Yasmin or Alice? I think, is it Alice? I can't remember what it is. Let's see. Go ahead and jump into partners here, and we'll see. It is. So I've got Polly. Polly's excellent. I know she's an art character, but you should be working on Polly. Okay, especially if you have Ana, maybe you don't have to. You can probably get by with Ana and Jasmine, but you need Polly, because Polly increases the heal on the leader. And as I've been saying in all of my videos, the leader dies, you die. Okay, that's just the way it is, flat out. If you can have your whole screen filled with full power level characters, but if leader dies, game's over. So healing the leader is priority. Polly heals the leader at a plus 110% on the healer. I'm serious. She can almost put your healer almost. I was doing like a quarter. She's almost back up to full. Okay, so she's a powerful healer, and she focuses specifically on the leader. I think that's why they made her an R character. In all honesty, she should be an SR character, but I believe they made her an R character specifically so people who don't have Ana can progress fairly easy in this game using Polly as their healer. Okay, so don't underestimate her. Okay, and then Jasmine, you get Jasmine just as she's one of the gimme characters. Okay, so Jasmine, with Polly and Jasmine, you should not have any trouble. You should not have any trouble whatsoever keeping your leader alive through most of the damage, because a lot of the enemies do a lot of AOE damage. You definitely want to get your hands on Karai if you can, because that HP shield she has is awesome. You can also bring up, Victoria is pretty good. Victoria is good specifically because of the fact that if you have Nina, Saya, and in there, you can get a plus 15% for her. If you have all three of them in there, you get a plus 15. So that's really nice. Shanti is pretty good too, because Shanti has an invincibility for 15 seconds. So she's also another one. But I've got, like I said, I got Victoria in there, and I've got Karai in there, who's the best tank in the game right now. So I really have not had much trouble with my leader. I have brung her in on occasion early in the game when I needed a little extra oomph, and she served quite well. But like I said, I haven't had to spend more than 3 tries on any of the levels to beat them. I usually just let the AI go first. I like to do that simply because I can watch. If you're playing, what I do the AI first is I watch what it's doing, and I watch what the other team has, and it allows me to better formulate what I'm going to do if I have to do it again. So if I don't get 3 stars with the AI, I'm watching it. So I'm not just putting it on auto and letting it run. I don't do that. I watch what's going on, and that's how I know the AI is so bad. And the facts that a lot of times Karai will be put up on the side, or they'll just do weird things. They also, if Ashwai is in the team, they'll throw Ashwai out first, and then that completely locks up everything. All my slots are filled, and I can't do anything, which is why I don't use her a lot of the times. But she is situational for certain things, like in dailies and stuff. She's an extremely valuable character for your dailies, because she helps you complete some of those dailies quite easily. But yeah, so that's I have a lot of that with what they do. But yeah, so I watch it, and it allows me to determine. It allows me to adjust my team to focus more on what they're doing, because each level's different, doing a little different things. Sometimes they'll throw a couple healers in there. Sometimes they'll throw a bunch of nukers in there. So it allows you to get a little bit more prepared for what. And then by the time, if I have to do it myself, which is when I usually beat it the second time, because I've seen what they do, I've seen what the level is, I've seen what they're going to throw at me, so I know how to formulate my team to get the elemental advantage, and to adjust your team accordingly. And that's why I usually have not had any trouble. There was one level where I had to do it 3 times, and that's I completed it on the second time, but I did not. My healer, or my leader, was below the required. I think it was 30%. He was almost dead. I beat it, but I didn't get the 3 stars, so I had to go do it again, and I got the 3 star. I just ended up bringing a little bit more healing. I had Polly in there, and I brought Jasmine in for extra healing, and I brought Shanti in for the invincibility, and I made sure that Kiraya, and Shanti and Victoria. I made sure I always had one of them in the center row. The problem was that level they were doing a lot of EOE damage, so they were sort of just going around them and getting, attacking everybody. But I had enough healing that I was able to keep the leader above the required limit to get the 3 star. So, but I do enjoy the game immensely. It's really fun. It's not difficult. And you're able to do it, and they're giving a lot of good stuff. So I don't see anything that that indicates that it's going to be like Arc Knights when it gets thing. I think it's going to be playable, and it's just enough strategy for me where I have to think, but I don't have to think too hard, and I don't have to get frustrated because I'm trying different things, and it doesn't seem to be working. If you get to a level you can't complete, just go level up your characters. Okay, you don't have to do your partners. All you have to do is just go into them and go into the link. Okay, right here. And just, you can level up your characters, go into, just lensing them up. Okay, you need these, but to do a link which is I don't have anybody at full. But to do a link, you don't. To do a link, let me see if I got anybody that I can link up. I think Polly might be available for link up. Let's see here. Yes, she is. Okay, see, to link up, you don't need shards from the character. Okay, to link up, all you need is these, which you get just by doing raids. I can't do it now because, well, I'll show you. So let me go ahead and link up Polly. Okay, so now I can take Polly up to 45. Okay, but you don't need shards to link. Okay, and increase the level. Okay, you don't need shards to do that. Shards are only needed for lensing. Okay, if you want to increase the stars, then you need the shards. Okay, so if you're finding that you're having trouble beating a level, just link up some characters, level them up a little bit far. I have not had any trouble getting potions. If you got your Musipilla set up right, you should be getting tons of potions. Okay, you make sure you have max. Make sure that you have max. Gold. See, look at all those potions right there. Those are all XP potions. Okay. See, I got 10 nightmare bottles. Okay. So and this fills up extremely fast. So you should be doing that at all times. You should be, gifting. Also, make sure that you pat heads, because patting heads is one of the things. So if you see anybody that needs their head pat, yeah, here we go. So we need a head pat right here. So make sure that you're doing this, because you have to do 10 of these to advance the growth for Saya. So make sure you have to do 10 head pats as one of the requests. So make sure that you go through the levels, and if you see anybody that needs their head patted, pat their head. You just got to move it back and forth is all you have to do. Some people are having trouble with it, but just rub it back and forth. You don't even have to lift your finger if you're doing it on the phone. I'm using a mouse, of course, because I'm on BlueStacks. But yeah, so make sure you do that. Yeah, and you shouldn't have any trouble whatsoever. Getting anything that. But make sure, like, I got to get to 25 so I can increase my room door. But then I'll start leveling up these. This is your gold, and this is your XP pot. So you want to make sure that you have as many of these out, and make sure that they're max level for based on what you are. Okay, because and make sure that you watch out your crystals, because once you get up there pretty good, it's going to start. Ooh, there's a chest, SR chest for weapons. So as you can see, there's some things that are coming up on this. But remember, this is not going to close, so people don't panic. I know a lot of people have been panicking, saying they can't keep up with this. It's all right. Even at day 7, that just means all the slots will be open. It's not gonna disappear after 7 days. It's going to be, the event is always open, so it will be closed when all rewards have been claimed. So this is not going to go away until you've actually completed it. Do focus on it, of course. You want to try to get to it as fast as possible, because Saya is a Saya's a good character, and she's an excellent attacker for me, especially since I don't have very many attackers. But even that, she's an excellent attacker, and to get her to SSR will be to your benefit. This is one game where the characters that they give you are not bad at all. These are very good characters in terms of what their capabilities are. All 3 of them are good. I'm still using all 3 of them: Victoria, Saya, and Nina. I'm even flooding them over one of my SSR simply because they're situational, and I think that's why they made them like they were, so that you can actually use them. I'm really impressed when a game goes to the fact to give you some characters and they're actually useful. I mean, just look, they're going to give you the best dealer damage, highest damage dealer, and the best dealer in the game is Miyuki. Pretty much everybody's saying that. I have not found anybody who said anything different, and you're going to get her in day 8. So I've got 3 more days. So I think if I have Kasumi and her, I think I'll have a team that will easily be able to easily complete the story, and definitely go into hard mode pretty far. And then it'd just be a matter of getting stars and starring them up. And I like the fact that as you do your lens, you can get the choices, so you can choose who you want your stars for, which is another thing that I find extremely nice about the game, is the ability to get stars, get shards for other characters is extremely important. Some games are limit you on what you do that, but this allows you to choose, and allows you to build up a team that you like. Okay, so again, the banner is up. So if you want to do Maki, now's to go for it. But me, I'm going to wait for Kasumi. which should be, I think, next or the one after that. So it's either going to be 5 days we'll get Kasumi or 10 days we'll get Kasumi. And it might be next. But I think it's supposed to be Kasumi. So we'll see. But anyway, so thanks a lot for watching the video. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Once you've subscribed, you'll see a bell. If you click on the bell, you'll get notified each time I drop a video. So thanks again for watching. And this is Kidder coming at you from the corner, signing out.